Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to the Mr. Maple Show.
Konnichiwa, I'm Matt. We've got a fun one for you here today on the showcase, actually the collector's corner. Today we're going to be talking to you about Acer palmatum lily pad.
Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Today we've got a variegated Mikawa yatsubusa for you. I mean, this plant is amazing. It doesn't get much better than Mikawa yatsubusa. And then to top that, take that one notch further, we've got a variegated form here today.
Guys, this one's a very unique one. Lily pad was selected for having a low, wide shape to it. That's where it gets the name lily pad. This tree isn't going to get very tall, but it's going to put on a lot of width and kind of be low arching habit to it. It's one of the most arching forms I've ever seen on a Mikawa yatsubusa variant.
It definitely has that nice arching horizontal growth to it. It was found as a variegated sport at Don Schmidt Nursery on a Mikawa yatsubusa. So it has that same tightly layering habit that Mikawa yatsubusa has, but it has that very unusual shape.
Now, what really stops us in our tracks about this one is that it's a variegated Mikawa yatsubusa form. So this one has a very unique style variegation. So I would compare this style variegation to almost that of something like Ao Kanzashi.
Yeah, Ao Kanzashi or Tenya no Hoshi, both those have a very similar variegation style, but you get that variegation style on a dwarf with a Mikawa tightly layering habit.
Right, right.
I mean, that's pretty spectacular.
Very unique tree here. These are almost out of leaf. We're shooting this in late November when we're filming this, but you can kind of see the structure on these. One of the reasons these are so popular, and I mentioned it, but is that width they put on. They're very arching, but then also spreading. Now that variegation is going to leaf out kind of a cream on mint color in the early spring. So you get a light green with kind of a creamy color border. It gets actually brighter into the summer. So as it goes into the summer, the variegation gets even more deeper into the leaf and it's even more bright variegation. Now the fall color can be quite exquisite on these too. You kind of get some oranges and reds in the middle with some bright red border to it. So you can get some really fun colors going on in the fall color on lily pad as well.
Now these plants here are plants that have already mostly went to fall color and have already dropped all the leaves except for the very tips of the new growth.
Right, the new growth's still hanging on for just a little bit.
So you can see a little bit of what's going on here. The leaf itself is very thin compared to Mikawa yatsubusa. The leaf is so different. I mean, very much an Ao Kanzashi, Tenya no Hoshi style leaf. I mean, it's not even as wide as Mikawa yatsubusa. Very much more divided, and then with that sickle-like variegation, that ruffled edge to it. That makes this plant extremely special. The crazy thing is the reason Don Schmidt Nursery named this plant was because of that shape. Because the shape itself is well worth naming, that low lily pad shape.
It's actually quite unique. It's actually kind of vigorous when it's young, but all in width. And not, I wouldn't say vigorous in that it's a huge growing plant, but it puts on a lot of nice growth all in width at first. Makes it an excellent topper for a patio planter. So you can put this one on top of a patio planter, get all that amazing variegated interest, everything you love about Mikawa with a little bit shorter, wider form with variegation. So we're a big sucker for Mikawa here at our nursery. We always talk about it in our favorite plants, and lily pad's quickly becoming one of my favorites. I actually first got this plant at the Maple Society auction, and many of you may know Swings from China. Hey, no thanks for running up the auction there, Swings. I actually shared some signwood with him afterward, but I think we bid up to about $450 on a tree that wasn't much bigger than this size.
Yeah, it wasn't a very big plant, but we got it in production.
Right.
And we're so excited to be able to offer this on MrMaple.com. If you're watching this video and it's sold out currently, go in, click the sold out notify me button, and then plug in your email address, and we'll notify you when this tree becomes available. But also if you're signed up for our weekly emails on 10 at 10, it's likely to become available again through our 10 at 10 emails.
Hey, you won't have to bid $450 to get this cool plant. You know we like it if we're going that deep in on a plant auction. When we see something we love to make it available to you guys. And the more we can make it available at a very reasonable price. And that's definitely what we like to do with this one. Variegated Mikawas are always popular. I find this one to be a great plant. It's a good grower. It's got some nice vigor to it with the variegation, but it's also been quite durable for us. I've thought this tree does very well in full sun up to zone 8. You definitely want to protect it in the hotter zone 8 zones with that late day shade. The variegation with early morning sun, late day shade will be its best color. I've had great success with this in full sun. I'm in zone 6B here, but I've been growing it in full sun in zone 6B and had great success for its durability. I do think it's going to be on the upper level durability for a variegated dwarf.
Yeah, and I think this plant is just an amazing plant. I mean, you've got everything you love about Mikawa yatsubusa with those tightly internodes, variegated, a unique leaf style, a unique unique shape. So I mean, this is so different from Mikawa in every shape and form, but it is very much a Mikawa type.
I'd also say extremely stable.
Yeah.
Which is a great thing whenever you're talking about a variegated dwarf. This one seems to be extremely stable. You know, it responds well to being grown in a greenhouse setting, but it's not losing all that variegation. It looks great. It's a plant that's probably going to have a lot of production value for everybody in the trade, because as it gets out there, it's only going to get more popular, and it's durable, it's consistent, and it's just a winner. I mean, everybody loves this one that sees it. They do tend to sell out pretty quickly, so by the time you're seeing this video, we may be sold out of them. We're always working to bring this one back because it's one of our favorites. So anything that we love here in the nursery, we're always trying to bring them back. If you love this kind of stuff, check out our Mikawa yatsubusa series. We do a full series where we break down the Mikawa yatsubusa family, and we talk about variations of Mikawa.
And Mikawa yatsubusas are always some of our favorites, and their progeny. And this being a variegated sport definitely fits into that Mikawa yatsubusa family with that tightly layering habit. I think this is a plant you're going to want in your landscape and garden. It's very new, but it's very unique, different, and it's a good plant.
Yeah, we've been growing it for a while, and we've been nothing but impressed with it. I mean, everything about it has lended us to think we need to be doing more of these, from growth pattern to stability to durability. It's been all around a good plant, and I think it serves a lot of great purposes. I think it's only going to get more popular. We need to get more of these in the ground so we can be getting more cuttings. They actually put on a nice little shoot of new growth, so it's one you can get out there a little quicker. That tight width puts on a lot of nice growth and width, and so you can use a lot of that for production, which has really helped us get this one to the forefront and make it available. But I'm a huge fan. I think it's got a place in the garden, and it's definitely going to be one we're going to continue to produce here at Mr. Maple.
Like, subscribe, share. If you want to find out about this plant, make sure you hit that notify B button, put in your email address, sign up for our weekly emails. Thank you all so much for watching.
Take care.
God bless.
And have a great day.